OTF knives, typically, you get one thing or the other. You're either going to spend $400 to $600 and get something that's awesome, but who the heck spends more money on their knife than they do their gun? Maybe. I don't know. I don't. I beat my knives up, so I don't really buy the most expensive ones. But Cobratec found these guys on Instagram, sent them a message, and they sent this out for review. This is the Cobratec CTK-1. This is an affordable option for OTF knives. They're basically $100. And I got a coupon code for you guys. I'm going to put it in the description because I honestly forgot the coupon code and I got to go check my email address. So it'll be in the description with a link. I'm not affiliated with this stuff, but, spoke with these guys. They sent this out to review and I've already taken it apart, cleaned it, oiled it, lubed it, done all kinds of cool stuff. It's got a nice little glass breaker, beautiful little pocket clip right here. But we're going to dive up close and look at this because it's actually got a decent blade steel on it. So let's dive up close and take a look at it. All right, guys. So here we got the Cobratec knives. And I'm really impressed with the packaging. Now, I know that they sell these cases separately on their site, so I don't know if these come standard or not. But I'm very impressed with it. It's a Pelican style case. It's not a Pelican. But I was really impressed when I opened up the box because you got some dog tags. It's kind of cool. Got a Cobratec dog tag. Not that I'll ever wear it, but thank you. You also get this really cool sheath. Business cards. And then boom, you get this OTF knife. Now, I ain't gonna lie to you guys. I think this color is ugly as crap. But we're not reviewing color. I mean, obviously, color doesn't affect the function of the knife. But I don't know. I'm not into this Digitech stuff. But hey, maybe you guys are. This is awesome, right? So, this is the CTK-1 OTF knife from Cobratec Knives. Now, I found these guys on Instagram, sent them a message, and they replied right away, yeah, let's do a review. Only thing I'm kind of sad about is I really want one of these, and I got to send it back. But I don't want this color, so I'm glad I got to send it back. But, anywho, the handle measures 5.75 inches, and the blade is 3.75 inches for a total length of 9.5 inches. Pretty good sized knife. However, even though it's larger, you actually don't feel the weight in the pocket. You really don't. It's got a glass breaker on the end. It's very easy to remove. You just stick a Allen wrench through it. That's what I did, and turn left, and you can take the pocket clip off, and you can all these little torque screws remove easily, which is a good thing because one of the biggest problems I have with pocket knives, and I'm taking them apart, is they Loctite these damn things, and I always strip them every single time. The only knives I haven't stripped were this one and the Kershaw, which one? The Kershaw Emerson CQC7K. This is my everyday beater. Best, I ain't gonna lie, I'm not reviewing this, but this thing is awesome for the price. I'll put links in the description for that as well. But back to this. This thing is sweet. But the best part about this is it's the 440C stainless steel blade. Now, no, it's not the best blade steel. However, it is a dang good one. Easy to sharpen. They don't dull super fast, but it is easy to sharpen. Now, when I first got this, I thought it doesn't feel cheap. It feels nice and sturdy, but I felt like the blade deployment was not quick enough. And, so I sent them an email and we talked about it and they said, oh yeah, you just got to put a little bit of WD-40 in it. So he said, remove the glass breaker, little hole right here. I just dribbled some WD-40 down in it and I had to break it in. There is a break-in period with these things, but now it deploys nice and quickly. Also, another reason why I didn't feel like it was deploying quickly is there's actually a spring here. Let me show you. See that? That acts as a shock absorber when it's deploying. So when it goes back in, there's no shock absorber. So it feels like it's got more force going in than coming out, but it's really about the same. Now they got quite a few different blade styles. They got the drop point serrated, which is this one. They got the drop point non-serrated. They got a double dagger straight edge, dagger on one side serrated. Then they got dagger two-sided serrated. Then they got the Tonto non-serrated, which is probably the one I want to get is a Tonto. And then they got a Tonto semi-serrated. So a lot of them. And they also have one that is a D2 steel, which is probably the one that I really want because I want a D2 steel. I don't have any. Everything I have is a little bit cheap. So I kind of wanted to get a good knife. But they also have smaller models available as well and a plethora of different colors. I suggest getting like a black or something like that. I don't know. I kind of feel like, now this is no reflection on the company. This is just my personal opinion. This stuff to me looks cheap. This, you know, every time I see this kind of stuff, I just think, swap meet, flea market. But I'm going to tell you, this knife is not that kind of quality. It is a lot better. Carries nice in the pocket. It's got a great ride height. It doesn't stick out very much. One criticism, I wish there was some kind of way to replace this glass breaker with something more low profile. I mean, maybe I have stuff for glass breaking. I don't really need it on this knife. And since it just threads right off, I would love if they came up with a way to replace this with something different, like maybe a low profile cap that you could put on with like a Torx wrench or a flathead or even maybe a socket. I would just like something that doesn't protrude up. I like stuff that's slim and sleek, but needless to say, I've been enjoying this knife. Now, because I had to send it back, I haven't really been giving it a torture test. However, I have been cutting boxes open with it and things like that. And it's held its edge pretty darn well. It comes pretty sharp, but pretty awesome offering right here from Cobratec Knives. I'm actually going to be doing some more OTF reviews here in the future. I got a couple of companies that contacted me. So we're going to go into OTF land for a while in between our build series and other reviews. But yeah, guys. So let's go dive up top real quick and talk about my final thoughts, and then we'll wrap this review up. There you have it, guys. This is my review of the OTF knife from Cobratec Knives. What do I think about it? Well, if I was going to purchase this, I would. Like if I was in the market for an OTF knife, but I was on the fence about it, I would buy this. Now, these are still the Chinese-made ones, you know, just like the other ones that are out there. However, you know, they do use a decent blade steel, which is a good thing. They also kind of have this black and brushed metal look to them. A lot of the other ones don't. They got a plethora of different colors and patterns. For 99 bucks, it's not a bad deal at all. I mean, like I said earlier, OTF knives, you're either going to pay as much money as you paid for your Glock 19, and you're going to have a great knife, but you're not going to want to do anything with it because it's so freaking expensive. So this is a nice middle of the road option. If you tear it up, whatever, right? But I've had no issues with it. Now, something you guys should know. Most, I would say all, OTF knives, except for like the handmade ones, they got a little bit of blade play. And that is nothing wrong with the knife. That is just inherent to the design. Now, I have seen a few that were custom made and they had zero blade play, but they were also like 800 bucks. So what would I use this for? Well, I would use this just for everyday task. I wouldn't worry about trying to, or maybe if you had to defend your life and stab somebody, right? That's what they're for. Check your local laws. They're not legal everywhere, but if you live in a free state, they're legal typically. But I would check your local laws before you order one of these because the last thing you want to do is get in trouble. I think this would be great to have in the car, you know, to have a glass breaker. But yeah, I would EDC this, and I have been EDCing it for the past week and a half. They do have a smaller one available that I'd really like to check out. Honestly, like if I was going to buy these, I would buy the one with the D2 still. And I believe it's the FS1 or the FS2. It's a miniature version of this. I would get with those because like the D2 still is only like, I think 20 or 30 bucks more. And then the mini ones are just cool and comfortable and it's tiny. Not tiny, but smaller than this. I mean, here it is compared to, and this is not a small knife, but here it is compared to the CQC 7K Emerson, which right now is my favorite EDC knife to date. I love Tontos and they're only 30 bucks. So anywho, guys, thank you Cobratec for sending this out to me. I really appreciate you letting me review this, and I will get this on its way home back to you. But guys, coupon code, links are in the descriptions. I'm not affiliated with any of it, so you don't got to worry about that. But yeah, you guys take care, and don't forget to become a Patreon, and you'll be getting some really cool discounts and giveaways in the very near future. Take care, guys.